the Free State, and we want to get some details on what's going on as far as operations Vala Umgodi. And with us, we've got Colonel Nzochana, who will then introduce to us the team that she's with. Colonel, welcome to Free State Online Network. And first of all, thank you so much to you and your team to grace our studios with your presence and to give the community at large some details as far as Operation Vala Umgodi is concerned.
Thank you for having us today. I am with my tech job structure, which is formed with pillar commanders. I have pillar one, which pillar one, which is analyst, and the CI under the same umbrella, and then I have pillar two, which is the proactive, and pillar three. And pillar three is my combat team, which is Sergeant Magaliso, and pillar four, pillar two also is also part of drone or airborne support, Captain Tuli, and then pillar four we have detection, that is warrant officer Mudiba, that is responsible for dockets and the courts, and then we have our forensic warrant officer Khwabane. And then we have pillar five, your man of the moment, Lieutenant Colonel Kovani.
Yeah.
So that is basically
Mining activities in the province.
okay. Thank you. Operation Vala Umgodi, it is here to stabilize the illicit activities in relation to illicit mining, and Operation Vala Umgodi was formed after it was established that we have a serious challenge of illicit mining, and Free State is amongst those provinces. And it is Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Northern Cape, Northwest. But us, this team in front of you is based in Velcom, where the heat is for illicit mining that is happening on the surface, but also on the underground.
So what kind, in terms of, equipment that you guys have confiscated, what kind of, gold processing equipment that during this operation you have managed to confiscate?
We have confiscated a lot of equipment, as it is a combination of everything. It depends where you are operating as an illegal miner. We have heavy machinery that we have confiscated, which is your excavators and those big machines that is used to dig holes. And we have pendukas, where they you have to use when you are breaking the stones. And we have shovels, we have picks, we've got gas canisters with gas. We have buckets, we have also the contents that are used to process that sand, your mercury, and you need water as well. But you don't because you need water.
Yeah, obviously.
We have those items that you can carry. So it is more or less mostly is those things that they are using.
In terms of numbers, if there are specific numbers with you, how many suspects were arrested, and what kind of charges do you have against them?
Okay. Now I'm going to give you a big number, which is we started with this operation in 2023, December 2023, up until now. So from the inception phase till up to now, we've got plus minus 4,400 arrests that were effected. But this arrest, it's not mainly for illicit mining. There's through crimes that they are committed in order to fund or to feed these illicit mining activities. So we range from illegal immigrants, and we have possession of gold bearing material. We will have conspiracy to commit crime in the mines, and we will have your corruption that is involved, and possession of firearms. We will have drugs, there. Sometimes we have murder and possession of explosives, because those are the things also that are being used. So we have, they will vary depending on what is happening at that particular time.
And in terms of, because I understand that, the private security companies also collaborated with you guys. In terms of that, those collaboration, how did that play a role in making sure that, this operation becomes a success?
We have to work with them, and they are bringing also a huge success in our operation. So we've been working well together. The securities of different mines. So we work with different mines, but all of them, we have the same the same goal, and we operate with them on a different levels. And it has been a good journey to work with them. There was no animosity, or no one is saying that is better than other one, because we need each other.
Yeah.
And on this operation.
So just for understanding, what measures are being taken, to prevent future illegal mining activities in the province?
Remember, Free State has been part of doing this for the past 5 years. There was a team that was set up before September 2023, where we stopped having, that's a smaller group, and the group was increased. Then it was funded by the Forfeiture Asset Unit. Those funds coming there, we say, is CARA account. And but the Free State on its own as the province was funding this operation, but on a smaller scale, where we also we partnered with the security companies. Sorry, not the mines itself. So, but we worked jointly. But now it is bigger. It is Vala Umgodi, where all the components and the multidisciplinary spheres are part of it. So we are just there as a group that is stabilizing. So it is not just started with Vala Umgodi. We've been there as the Free State province.
Right about now, I want to jump to my good sir here, as far as combat is concerned, because I believe these are the people who are on the ground, putting in the work, just to give our community, a perspective of what you guys as combat go through during operations like this. If you can give them a picture of what you guys were going through, in trying to make sure that this operation becomes a success, just give them a picture, Nje, of what it's like.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. All in all, we as a combat, we are working hand in hand with Pillar 1. Not forgetting also Pillar about our airborne drones. They are assisting very much in our operation. Right now, the Pillar 1 will give us the information maybe that at a certain area there is an illegal mining happening. Then we'll take it from there, and then we'll operationalize the information. I'll make an example with Geostel in Velkom, if you know Geostel.
Yeah.
That area is bad, man. And the people there, they are not cooperating very well with the police, especially. But they are hiding this gold processing equipment, like the gas bottles and their pentukas. When we get the information, maybe that they are working there, then we'll go there, and then when we arrive, then they will run around. Then they will run there. The area must. Then sometimes we catch them, sometimes we don't catch them. But we will find their equipment, their gold processing equipment, like pentukas, those gas bottles, and then those gas bottles they have been tucked in the sewer. There's a lot of sewer there that passing between those hostels. They dug in those bottles, and then they will only leave that the nozzle of the that equipment that they are using to bend that soil. You see, and then when we get there, we'll see only the nozzle, and then we'll start digging in that mud. We'll dig, maybe plus or minus a distance of plus or minus 5 to 6 meters. Then we'll find those bottles of gas. Then we take them out, and then we will go book them. And if there is a suspect, and then we'll detain the suspect with the exhibit. Then sometimes when in the bushes or in the mines where we are also operating, those mines that have been closed down, non-operational mines especially, there will be Zama still working there, and then we'll get the information from the CI maybe, and then they will inform us for example, Beatrix mine. They will tell us there is this number of people that are busy there digging. Then we'll go there with the assistance of the drone. Then we'll go with the drone, and then we'll chase them. They will run around there. They know the area better than us. You see, they know the area better than us. And then sometimes it's during the night, and then we don't know the area. Then we're scared to run also. Then we'll injure ourselves, our ankles. You see, but now during the day, especially with the help of drone, they will tell us they will tell us exactly where are they. Where are they hiding? Maybe then they will direct us. Hey, go this direction, go this direction. That's how we catch them. See? But others, we do catch them while we are chasing them. So others, they know the area, and then they are hiding themselves. We don't see them where they are hiding. You see? And then drone also help us in their houses. When maybe we get an information of that in a certain house, there's a smelt house. The smelt house, and then when that information from CI, then we will sit down, and then we plan for that house. Then we'll ask the drone also to go and take the pictures, especially the aerial picture of the area, so that we can plan around it. How are we going to approach that structure? And then we hit it. Sometimes we'll find those gold-bearing equipment and the suspects. So sometimes we find them while they are busy burning that soil. You see.
Yes. In terms of analysts, I just want to ask how important it is for the community to cooperate and give information if necessary, about most of these people that are doing these illegal activities.
Okay, thank you. Actually, it is very important to build a relationship with the community. Because at the end of the day, these activities are happening in the community. So somebody somewhere knows who is doing what and what is happening where. So it's very important for us as remember, Pillar 1 entails intelligence gathering as well. So you need the community to collect that information, as he said, that at some point they go to a particular area because the information from crime intelligence said there's an activity that is happening in a particular area. So they follow that information, and that information, it comes from the community. So it's very important for us to actually build that strong relationship with the community, knowing that we cannot do it without the community, and the community cannot operate actually without the police. And we've engaged in some activities to make sure that we incorporate ourselves into the community. Like we went into a particular school, a high school, where we went to, during the life orientation subject, where we went and actually displayed what is it that the police are doing. In that manner, we're trying to build that relationship with the community and the police as well. So there's some activities that we've done, like running in a marathon that was happening in the community, because we want to see ourselves part of the community, so that the community also understands that we are part of them as well, so that we close that gap between the police and the community.
Yeah. The reason I asked that question is because it's easier for the community to also wake up in the morning and say the police are doing nothing, when also the community is not playing their role in making sure that they give the necessary information that the South African Police Services might need in terms of this kind of activities that are happening in our very communities. But I'd like to say, South African Police Services are doing a great job as far as these things are concerned, and 4,000 suspects or plus, it's just a lot. You can imagine the amount of work that you guys put in just to bring these guys to a halt as far as these illegal activities are concerned. I'm just going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are definitely going to have the other guests that are with our panel here to discuss further Operation Vala Umgodi. We are coming back. And we still have our guest here. In the first part, right, there's one person I didn't ask a question to, and I have to now. Just to know, as they are assisting, the combat team, as far as them being on the air, flying helicopters, drone, and all of that, just to get specifics, what is your specific role in assisting as far as Operation Vala Umgodi is concerned?
Thank you for the question. So what the airborne does, we give support. If you're in the dark, you need light. So we kind of bring that light because we bring the picture to the information. So where there's information given, but now we go out there, we deploy, and the drone, it's got high quality cameras. We're able to get the terrain, we're able to follow the suspects, we're able to see what exactly is happening in an area where there's information. So with that information, we're able to come back and we can plan operations and we can compile reports, and we can always then sit down, as Pillar 3 said, combat, we plan that operation. We can look at the routes coming in, we can look at the routes going out. Or if we're given information that these guys are being dropped off somewhere, but we don't know where they're entering, these vents or these holes that they are using, we're able to work from one spot and go backwards or come back in. So we're able to cover a lot of ground, a lot of terrain. We can't walk, or we don't want to just send our guys out. So the drone is, you can say, it's efficient in the sense that we can fly anywhere, anytime. It's got capabilities for day, it's got capability for night, and it's also, cost efficient. We're not using fuel to fly these drones, we're using batteries. So this makes it more cost efficient, effective for the police. And now with this information, going back to Pillar 3, working with combat, once the operation has been planned, we are able to now go back with them to the field to operationalize that information. So we are the eye in the sky. We communicate with them. So we've got a two-way radio communication. I see what they don't see. So I'm able to say, keep going, or to your left, to your right, what's happening. And that makes the operation go smoothly, if I can say. So yeah, thank you very much.
I'll start with my good sir on your right there, just to know more details about the arrest at the Kopanong mine and Beatrix mine shaft 1. Any details as far as that is concerned?
Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. With that question, I think Warrant Officer Muduga will be the correct person, or the main man to answer it, of the arrest and stuff. On my side, we are from Forensic Division in the SAPS, where we deal with physical forensic evidence or any exhibit we found on the crime scene. So as the other pillars have explained, what happened is, on a scenario format is, you will have your analyst who will have a certain information, analyze the information, then they will pass the information to Pillar 2 and Pillar 3, which is your combatant proactive, so that they can go and check if that particular information is positive and stuff. So when those two pillars attend to crime scenes and stuff, when they get something, then they are going to activate us, which are falling under Pillar 4, which is forensic services. They will attend to crime scene, where we are going to look for physical forensic evidence. For an example, your firearm. If the firearm is involved, we are going to package, collect the firearm so that we can take it to ballistic and check against our database whether it was used somewhere to commit crimes and stuff. When we have your cartridges on the crime scene, we also collect them, empty cartridges. Street language, they will call it a bullet, but we have our own scientific names, which we call it an empty cartridge. We are going to collect it, go to the lab, check if this particular cartridge was fired by a certain firearm which was used somewhere. Then for precious metals like your gold and stuff, normally we collect and we take it to our lab so that we can be confirmed whether they are falling under precious metals and stuff, because these days there are lots of imitation, as you know. So we need to be very careful when we attend to crime scene. But we know that Pillar 2 and Pillar 3, which will be your combat and your proactive teams, they are very trained. They know how to handle the crime scene, which is very important. So now, with us, forensic awareness is very important, especially going to the schools, going to the churches, going to the private companies, to the communities, just to inform them that when the crime is committed, this is how you should handle the crime scene. so that when we come, we can find the crime scene not tampered with. So on our side, it's all about collecting the exhibit on the crime scene, analyze them, after analyzing them, so that we can identify the culprits, or we can at least tell the story of what happened in the terms of documentation through photography and videography. Because remember, when we go to court, the magistrate and everybody who's in court, they don't know how the crime scene looked like. So our photograph and our videograph, they will help in order to show the magistrate and every role player in court to say, this is how the crime scene looked like. So with that information, when we have gathered it and we have analyzed it, we pass it to the detectives, our investigating officers, so that they can do further investigation and stuff. That's how we work on our side.
Okay. As the question has been handed over to you, I don't know, should I repeat or you still remember the question?
Please repeat the question for me.
The details about the arrests that were made at Kopano Mine and Beatrix Mine Shaft 1?
We actually got the dockets that were open from those respective places that you just mentioned, and yeah, we are trying to get a successful conviction out of that.
So in terms of the suspect that have cases, when can we maybe expect to see them appear in court?
Every case that is being opened and the suspect is arrested, we have 48 hours for us to conclude with our preliminary investigation and to make sure that that person makes his or her first appearance in court. So within 48 hours, that person is supposed to be appearing in court.
We understand that there was a small gold buyer involved who was arrested, and what was the significance of that small gold buyer's arrest?
I'm not sure of which one you're referring to now.
Okay, no, that's
maybe
that's
my commander can answer to that one.
Okay, Commander, Colonel.
Thank you. The gold buyers, it's not the everyday thing that you get, and you will find out they keep on changing, because this illicit mining is a organized crime, and you will find out you are buying gold, and then you are buying gold. It is not for you. You also getting it for someone else. So every day we get, when the CI have got terms of who are those people, and we will call them, we say the main men on the street names, how you call them. But in actual fact, you will find those gold buyers because you are being told by CI it is a gold buyer. And when you get there, actually he is not. So there's one person for each process that is happening. You will find, if I must say, the people that are digging, they are just digging and they are giving it to, you see, the Wasutus will dig, do the hard labor, and in the process is there, they process it, and when it's done, the Shonas take it, and then from there, it's a lot that is involved. And it is not really, they are gold buyers themselves, and everything ends with them. So it's still moving up until it gets to the people that really are the big guns up behind the illicit mining.
I like the fact that you touched on the Basutus and the Shonas and all that, because we know that we have this picture of that these illegal minings are mostly done by illegal immigrants that are coming into the country, and then they go to the mines, and because they come with those particular skills, which we might not know where they take them from, maybe from their countries. But how does Operation Vala Umgodi plan to address the issue of undocumented immigrants?
We do arrest all those people that are undocumented that we find in our hotspots, or sometimes you find that they committed other crimes except illicit mining, some illicit mining. Then we put them through the process where our stakeholders are involved, which is your Home Affairs, and Home Affairs and the court assist us in dealing with them, because some of them, they are illegal immigrants, and also they have been arrested, 1 or 2 for serious crimes, and most of the time, including the illicit mining. So the Home Affairs, after everything has been processed by both detectives and forensic, then Home Affairs gets involved, and big time, because they also play a big role for us to check who is this person, how did he enter the country. That will happen also through the interviews. And some of the cases, that's where we crack that there is someone actually that is recruiting these people. So we also work on that one. Then it becomes the long process, the bigger circle. But Home Affairs plays a bigger role with the how we have taken our statements and how we arrested and how our detectives are preparing the docket for court and the physical evidence that is found on him and by the forensic at that particular time. Then the court and the Home Affairs assist us a lot on that one.
Colonel, as final words, maybe just to wrap up the conversation, what would you like to say to the community? Anything you would like to add that we might not have touched on as far as Operation Vala Umgodi is concerned?
This kind of operation, this illicit mining it's on a bigger scale, and it threatens the economy and the community at large. These people are dangerous that are committing this because they don't have funds for themselves to continue with these activities. They must commit serious crimes, your robberies, your normal household robberies. And you will find out it's very common, especially here in Bloemfontein and other in Bloemfontein. They will go to the house and they will hold you hostage. They will take your car and they will force you to transfer the money on your app to them. And literally sometimes they don't kill you, they don't rape you, they don't do nothing. They just need that money. So this is a bigger crime. It's a bigger organized crime. So they commit a lot of things that threatens the community, and the community do not understand when we are saying that these illegal immigrants that you find, and be careful for these people like this. This is how they operate, and sometimes there's rape, sometimes there's murder, because they heard that you have firearms, they want those firearms. They take those vehicles because they need some means of transportation, or sell it so that they are able to go underground. So us being here as Vala Umgodi, we are addressing a lot of things. So we arrest them for infrastructure crimes because they need those things to continue feeding the activities that they are doing. So and for them, in their frustration, sometimes we find that they are kidnapping, selling, as anything that will make them sustain that criminal activities. They do it, but it's mostly serious crimes, or let's say our trio crimes. So the community out there needs to work with us and report these things, that these activities that are happening, so that we can balance the economy of the country. And also they damage our infrastructure. Your water levels, your water pipes are not working well. If you go to Velcom now, you will find that water and commit their processing of this gold. You will go to G Hostel because it's well known, working, because there every day there's something that is happening, and then it is endangering the lives of the community. When there's no lights, there's more crime happening. When there's no water, then it's a struggle, because it's basic essentials for the community. So that is why it's very important the community to work with us on this, and we save the economy and save the well-being of the community as well.
Colonel, thank you so much. For you and your team, we really appreciate you coming here.
Thank you so much for having us, so that we can give some light.
We wrap up. And too much is expected, much is required. Every champion that is a champion today was once a contender who refused to give up. For Free State Online Network, I'm Pixel P, the greatest. God willing, I'll see you next time.